Alright, today I'm going to bitch about video games and how gay and annoying some people are that play them. I have, well, I kind of used to be, not as much anymore. I was a really big video game person, and I did it all the time. And one of the reasons I sort of stopped playing video games a lot is because video games were not games anymore. They were like professions. And people started using bots and mods and weird controllers and shit to the point where it wasn't fun anymore. People weren't playing to enjoy it. They're playing to get to a higher level or get some achievement or something. It got icky. Another big thing that annoys me about video games is that people start fusing the games with reality. And I don't mean like they go out shooting people, even though that happens on super rare occasions. I guess you could partially blame school kids who shoot up schools on being into video games. I'm not going to do that because I'm not some stupid PTA member or anything. The thing was, I hate these they talked about guns as if they knew what guns actually did, and they pretend they're into guns and stuff, and then they pretend that violence is cool and all this other stuff. And shooter games are fun, and they're my favorite type of game, obviously, but I never ever took them seriously or ever really thought about them on a deeper level than they were just games, and I hate when people do that. Another big thing is kids are like way too committed to particular game series, and they don't think about or look up what they're buying before they buy it, which is just retarded. There's a really obvious example of this, and it's probably so obvious I wouldn't even have to tell you its name, where it's a game that comes out every year and is virtually the same as the one before it, but since it's new, they're going to buy it just because it has that name on it. They're not going to try and mix it up or look at something new. And then it becomes some big social thing where in the culture, if you're not involved with this game, or if you don't like this game, or if you're against this game, or you go out and say, this is freaking retarded, someone come up to me, oh, did you buy the new cock dick? I'm like, no, I didn't. And they're like, you know, it's, shut up. What do you, what? It's really stupid. Biggest thing I don't like about video games is they're the leading time waster, and they're not productive, like, at all. I admit, when I was into them, I wasted maybe, if you put all the time together, literally added up all the physical, literal time I played video games, it would be somewhere from like literally a year of my life. And I don't mean like, oh, I just played them for like periodically over a year. Like if you took all the time in the 10 years I was into video games, added it up, it would probably equal a year of my life. It was 10% of my life. It's probably playing video game, or maybe more than that. I don't even know. Yeah, and like now that I've grown up, I guess, maybe it's everyone, this happens to everybody, and they just grow out of them. And I realize that there's very productive hobbies out there, and there are such things as productive hobbies. And people don't realize how much time they're wasting, and it's it's the same as TV. I mean, TV is even worse than video games, I think, because at least video games, at least in the modern era, where you can communicate with friends and stuff, and you can build social bonds while playing video games, and that can be the thing that holds everyone together. And that's kind of what's with me. That's why I persisted playing them, is because it created this sort of friendship group I was in online, and I knew most of the kids in there in real life, and they were my friends, and it was the kind of thing that we all kept us all together. But that was really the only productive thing that came out of video games. It was the only excuse I was giving myself to why I kept playing them. And eventually I didn't even really enjoy playing them anymore because they were just monotonous, and it was all gay little 11-year-old kids from the South who thought they were cool because they played shooter games. And this thing happens over time where, like, you play them so much that this thing gets, like, built into your brain where, like, this monotonous, it's almost like an addiction. Almost like a mental or physical addiction. Not really, but in a way, to where I got rid of my Xbox a couple months ago, and I just gave it to a friend, just keep it at his house. I wasn't really going to get rid of it because I thought I might get some games that came out next year, but I didn't want it right now. I wasn't playing it. So I gave it to him for maybe 2 months, and then couple weeks ago I got it back just because, I don't know, just because. Or actually I got back because I can get Netflix on it, and that'd be really cool to watch movies on my Xbox. I got it back, even though I didn't play video games anymore. I just the fact that it was sitting there made me want to just play it. And like, even if it was, I wasn't going to talk to him, but just monotonous playing and just do other stuff while monotonously playing it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm recording through while monotonously playing video games because it's like built in my brain. It's a bad side effect of video game addiction. It's kind of annoying, and I wish I didn't have to. And I'm not really enjoying what I'm playing right now. It's relaxing, I guess. It gives me something to focus on and distract me, and I'm trying to do other productive things while playing them, like making a video, if you can consider that productive. More productive than playing, just playing video games, I guess. So, and even though I still very kind of recreationally in a relaxing, numb my brain way play video games like I'm doing right now, I haven't bought a new video game in like a year, and I don't buy new video games unless I really want them, and there are no games that came out recently that I really want. So, in case you're curious, actually, I am playing, this is my favorite shooter game ever that's extremely unpopular, but I'm playing Far Cry 2, because only African gangsters play Far Cry 2, because it's just that awesome. So, if you haven't looked into Far Cry 2, it came out about 2 years ago, and it's a shooter that never got as popular as it should have. And I love it. It's my favorite. So, I'm not playing some super popular game that everybody plays and all these little gay kids play. The only people that still play this are people who want to play games in a relaxing, recreational way, and they're like me. They play this game just to relax. And that, I like that. There's not all these really intense, and there are, believe me, these really intense, hardcore little kids who want to be perfect and play it 24/7 and use mods and bots and all this other shit. And it's just, it's disgusting. It's like, why I'm disgusted, and I pity that they can't find something better to do with their time, and that there really isn't anything better. Anything is almost better than playing video games. I mean, if all your friends are playing them, and you're talking to your friends while playing video, or if you're talking to your friends about something else than the video game you're playing, which is what I did a lot. That's the reason I still played them. Actually, there was a point where I didn't even play them. I would just go into the Xbox Live parties, just to talk to them. This is a communication device, which now I have a computer and a mic and everything. I don't really need that anymore, so I can just kind of do that via the internet, which makes a lot more sense. I don't really do that anymore. But yeah, video games, right now they're a huge waste of time. They're just not that much good about them, unless you're really playing them with your really good friends, and and they're used as a communication tool. The internet, basically using the internet services that these things use as a communication tool. That's the really only way I can justify kids playing video games. Or every now and then, in sort of a recreational way. But this whole all-day, 4 in the morning, caffeine shots and ranking up 1,000 times and getting 1 billion kills and all this crap, it's just retarded. And I feel sorry for the people that are into that, because they don't realize how retarded they are. But, yeah, I'm done complaining, so this has been Fick, and I still can't think of anything to say after that.